Welcome to Speak Up, the podcast where we dive into all things English fluency. We're really glad you could join us today. I'm Ryan, and with me is our amazing guest, Sophia. Today, we're going to tackle a topic that so many of you have been asking about: how to improve your English fluency. Sophia has some great insights to share, and I'm sure it's going to be a fascinating conversation.
Thanks for having me, Ryan. I'm really excited to be here and talk about improving fluency because I know it's something a lot of people struggle with. But the good news is, it's definitely achievable with the right mindset and strategies. I hope we can help some people make real progress today.
Absolutely. So let's dive in. What's the first step someone should take when they want to improve their fluency?
The first thing I always suggest is immersion. You don't have to move to an English-speaking country, but you do need to surround yourself with English. This could be anything from watching movies, listening to podcasts like Speak Up, reading articles, or chatting with friends in English. The more you immerse yourself, the more natural English will feel in your daily life.
So it's about making English a part of your routine, not just something you study.
Exactly. Grammar is important, but fluency comes from using the language in real-life situations. The more you listen, speak, and think in English, the more comfortable you'll become.
That makes sense. I think a lot of learners feel like they need to be perfect before they start speaking, but that actually holds them back.
Exactly. Waiting for perfection can stop you from making real progress. Mistakes are part of learning, and native speakers appreciate the effort. You learn by doing, and speaking is the key.
So let go of the fear of mistakes and just speak.
Exactly. And speaking of speaking, let's talk about how to build vocabulary, which is a big part of fluency.
Yeah, a lot of people feel stuck with the same basic words. What's your advice?
Start by engaging with content that interests you. If you love travel, read blogs about travel. If you're into fitness, watch videos about workouts. The key is to make learning enjoyable. And when you come across new words, write them down and use them in conversation or writing. Using the words is the best way to remember them.
So it's all about using what you learn instead of just memorizing it.
Exactly. Active learning makes a huge difference. You can also use language exchange apps to practice with native speakers. Even just 10 minutes of conversation a day can really help.
That's a really practical approach. Now let's talk about listening skills. People often say they struggle to understand native speakers because of the speed or slang. What's your advice for improving listening?
Start with easier content and gradually challenge yourself. You can listen to podcasts like Speak Up or watch YouTube videos with subtitles. Over time, move on to more complex material like TV shows. And don't be afraid to listen multiple times. Each time, you'll catch more.
So, you're training your brain to recognize English better over time?
Exactly. It's a skill that improves with practice. And don't worry if you don't get everything the first time. Even native speakers miss things in fast conversations.
That's reassuring. What about speaking? How can someone practice speaking if they don't have a partner?
Absolutely. It helps build confidence too. The more you hear yourself speak, the more natural it will feel.
And speaking of confidence, what about staying motivated? Learning a language takes time, and it can be frustrating when progress feels slow.
Be patient and celebrate small wins. Every new word you learn, every conversation you have in English is progress. Keep a journal of your achievements and try to make learning fun. Whether that's watching shows, listening to music, or playing games in English, if you enjoy the process, you'll stay motivated.
That's great advice. Sometimes we get so focused on the end goal that we forget to enjoy the journey.
Exactly. It's all about enjoying the process and trusting that every step you take brings you closer to fluency.
Sophia, thank you so much for sharing these amazing tips with us on Speak Up today. I'm sure our listeners found it super helpful.
It was my pleasure. I hope everyone feels encouraged to keep practicing and improving. Just remember, it's all about consistency and enjoying the journey.
Thanks again, Sophia, and thanks to everyone who tuned in to Speak Up today. Keep practicing, you've got this. We'll see you in the next episode.